Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Jalen Waddle. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ball. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ball. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to put the ball in the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Play action. It's Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Marcus Davenport. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown!
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly trying to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll? Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, there was no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Point after, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field,
he's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 14. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Ball nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Second and 9 now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw here.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On second down, it's Ball. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ball. And he's going to come up a few yards short of first. They get him to the ground at the 37. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Chicago! Great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That's Burns. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Herbert back to the air. ETN bringing in another one. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right in the center. Give it a gain of 5 on the completion. And from there, about 6 to go. They're on a need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
A nice gain of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Ball, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field. Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium. And Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness.
And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burns. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Herbert off of play action. They'll roll him out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On second down, ETN once more. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Up the middle they go. It's Ball. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Second and 11. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert now. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now,
that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 9.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert, the quick slant caught. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This taken in at the goal line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now, 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Looking deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. From his own end zone, Herbert. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming.
Touchdown! A great play there. 41 yards. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And Holloway clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is He's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27th. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll go again with Etienne. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here comes Peppers. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Going for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure to